you're most welcome and thank you for joining us. This is Sararights TV. We are broadcasting live from Arua City. Today we bring you the biggest stories making headlines from Arua, West Nile, Uganda, Africa and around the world. Here are the top stories this afternoon. Arua Airport receives a major funding boost in a project expected to transform West Nile economy. Security and health officials strengthen disease surveillance across Uganda following Ebola response efforts. Government continues implementing development projects ahead of the new financial year. The Russia-Ukraine war remains in the global focus as diplomatic efforts continue. The 2026 FIFA World Cup reaches a thrilling stage with football fans around the world glued to the tournament. Now the news in detail. Residents of Arua and Greater West Nile region have welcomed the approval of major funding of upgrade Arua Airport into an international airport. The African Development Bank approved more than $155 million equivalent to about 650 billion Ugandan shillings to finance the first phase of the project. The airport expansion will include a 3.5-kilometer runway capable of handling large international aircraft, a modern passenger terminal, cargo facilities, taxiways, improved safety system, and a new local tower. The development is expected to transform Arua into a regional aviation hub serving Uganda, South Sudan, and Democratic Republic of Congo. Business leaders say the project will reduce transport costs, improve tourism, create employment opportunities for young people, and increase exports of agricultural products from West Nile. More than 500 direct jobs are expected during construction, while thousands of indirect jobs are anticipated in tourism, logistics, and trade. Local leaders have described the airport project as one of the biggest infrastructure investments even undertaken in the West Nile region. Health authorities across West Nile continue strengthening Ebola surveillance following Uganda's recent Ebola outbreak. District health teams have intensified screening, public awareness campaigns, and disease monitoring, especially in border districts that connect Uganda with the Democratic Republic of Congo and South Sudan. Officials are urging residents to maintain proper hygiene, report suspected illnesses early, and avoid misinformation circulating on social media. Health experts say early reporting remains one of the strongest tools in preventing the spread of infectious disease. Meanwhile, security agencies continue working closely with immigration and health officials to ensure safe movement across border points while protecting public health. Government has reaffirmed its commitment to improve infrastructure, health care, education, and service delivery under the new financial year. Officials say investment in roads, electricity, airport, and health facilities is intended to improve livelihoods, attract investors, and stimulate economic growth across the country. The Ministry of Health also continues strengthening disease surveillance system while expanding community health services to improve access to quality health care in rural communities. Uganda remains one of Africa's leading refugee-hosted nations, providing protection to people fleeing conflicts in neighboring countries while working with international partners to improve humanitarian services. Across Africa, governments continue responding to economic pressures, including rising food prices, unemployment, and climate-related challenges. Regional leaders are also strengthening trade under the African Continental Free Trade Area, aimed at increasing business opportunities among African countries and promoting industrial growth. In East Africa, cross-border cooperation continues on infrastructure, trade, and regional security as member states seek to deepen economic integration. Internationally, fighting continues between Russia and Ukraine despite renewed diplomatic effort aimed at ending the conflict. Military operations have continued in several regions, while world leaders are calling for dialogue and peaceful solutions to reduce civilian suffering and restore stability. The conflict continues to affect global food supplies, energy prices, and international security, with humanitarian organizations calling for increased support to displaced families. While in the Middle East, international attention remains focused on ongoing security concerns as governments continue diplomatic engagement aimed at reducing tensions and preventing further escalation. World leaders continue urging restraints, while humanitarian agencies appeal for greater protection of civilians affected by conflict. Then, in sports, football fans around the world continue enjoying exciting action from the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The knockout stages have produced dramatic matches, last-minute goals, and emotional celebration as countries battle for places in the quarter-finals. Millions of supporters remain glued to television screens as the tournament moves closer to crowning the next world champions. Closer to home, local football clubs in West Nile continue preparing for regional competition, with sports officials encouraging greater investment in youth talent development. Coming to business, the planned expansion of Arua Airport is expected to significantly improve business opportunities across West Nile. Economists believe the project will lower transportation costs, encourage exports, increase tourism, and attract new investors to the region. Farmers are also expected to benefit from the faster transportation of fresh agricultural produce to regional and international markets. Turning to weather, the Uganda National Meteorological Authority advises residents in northern Uganda to expect partially cloudy conditions with chances of afternoon shower in some areas. Motorists are advised to drive carefully during wet conditions, while farmers are encouraged to take advantage of the seasonal rains for agricultural activities. And that brings us to the end of this edition of Sararights TV News. And thank you for choosing Sararights TV as your trusted news source, and have a productive Wednesday. Thank you.